Like a fun fight.
Crazy.
But furthermore, he's a superstar in Japan. He doesn't really need to leave Japan to maintain his superstar.
As fans eagerly await a thrilling bout between Naoya Monster and Gervonta, two of the sport's most exciting boxers, the boxing world is ablaze with rumors. Following Inoue's recent dominating performances, which cemented his reputation, the conversation exploded. With his immaculate technique, stunning speed, and deadly power, the Japanese superstar has established himself as the pound-for-pound champion and is practically unbeatable in the ring.
28 wins, no losses, no draws, 25 wins by way of knockout. He's a 4-division champion, 2-division undisputed champion, and is super bantamweight unified champion, right? So he has a fight coming up anyway.
In the meanwhile, Davis is still a formidable opponent in a number of classes thanks to his fierce knockout ability and relentless tenacity. Promoters have yet to confirm talks, but overwhelming fan demand has made this potential matchup the most talked about fight of 2025. With both fighters at their peak, legacies are on the line, and fans are eager for what could be a historic moment in boxing. Gervonta Davis recently addressed the growing speculation about a fight with Naoya Inoue, acknowledging the excitement and calling it a fun prospect. However, Davis also expressed concerns about the weight disparity, noting that he might be too big for Inoue. Davis competes at lightweight, while Inoue is the undisputed super bantamweight champion. The significant weight difference presents a major challenge, as Inoue would need to move up multiple weight classes to make the bout possible.
Probably.
Yeah.
That would be like a fun fight.
Crazy.
Yeah, that would be a fun fight. Now that would be technical. That fight right there, like man. But I think I'll be too big for him.
Probably, yeah.
I'll be too big for him. Yeah. But that fight would be like.
It's like a dream fight.
Yeah. Facts.
While fans hope the boxing gods make it happen, the physical and logistical hurdles make this dream fight unlikely in the near future.
Inoue said there's nothing that you have that can give him real problems. All you have is power.
He said that?
Inoue said that.
Okay. Yeah. Right. I don't want to go crazy. You trying to catch me?
No, I ain't trying to catch you, bro.
Huh?
I ain't trying to catch you.
He didn't say that?
Yeah, he said it.
Show me.
You heard him say that, bro?
I think there's a lot of compilations, they combine things. I think I've seen it, but I don't know if it's...
I don't think he said that.
Because there's no way he said that. Come to be a boxer.
Enormous tank throughout interviews, Davis has frequently praised Naoya Inoue's boxing skills. Davis has acknowledged Inoue as one of the best fighters in the sport and emphasized his accomplishments and skill set. During a recent press conference, a reporter asserted that Davis had not in any way disregarded Davis' skills, saying that Davis was only powerful and not a serious danger. Davis stated that there was no way he could say that for him to be a boxer like that. He was clearly shocked by this claim and expressed astonishment and asked for proof of the purported co-comment. Later, he clarified the matter by tweeting, although he never said anything like that, reaffirming the two champions' respect for one another.
Do you think that's just, a weight class too high? I don't even know what weight that would be at, maybe 130, but is that just too much, or do you think he's capable of going up there and beating a Tank Davis?
No, Tank's an absolute dog, but if they were in the same weight class, it'd be a cracking fight. But there's too much of a gap. I think 126 is Inoue's ceiling, I really do.
Yeah. Well, TJ, I appreciate your time. Obviously, 15th of March, you're fighting Nick Bull. Just any final words, any prediction, any message to your fans?
Not so much a prediction, but the fans can expect fireworks. It's going to be a great fight, and I'll be walking away as a two-weight world champion. I can guarantee that.
Former world champion TJ Denny has shared his thoughts on the hypothetical showdown between Gervonta Tank Davis and Naoya, the Monster Inoue, emphasizing that the weight disparity makes the fight almost impossible to imagine. Denny argues that Davis, competing at lightweight, would be too much for Inoue, who has shown no interest in moving beyond 122 kilos, where he currently dominates as the undisputed super bantamweight champion. While fans dream of a clash between these two pound-for-pound stars, Denny believes physical limitations make such a fight highly unlikely.
Medical sense, right? If Inoue and Tank did fight each other, that would be the biggest fight in boxing, because you're talking about two. I would say you got the biggest American fighter, as far as like American-born fighters, versus the biggest Japanese fighter. So you're talking about the biggest star, not named Canelo, in North America, but from the United States of America, versus the face of boxing in Japan and Asia as a whole right now. So how could that fight not do crazy numbers? I feel like Inoue versus Tank would really make the world stop. And that would really be like for Tank, if they fought, he's supposed to knock out Inoue.
Boxing enthusiasts have called for Inoue to challenge himself by moving up to super featherweight, 130 oz, or even lightweight for a mega fight with Davis, a bout that could crown the sport's true pound-for-pound king. However, then he points out that Inoue appears content at 122 oz, where he continues to dismantle his opposition with ease. Moving up to face larger, more dangerous fighters at 126 oz or beyond would require a significant leap in risk and physical adaptation, something Inoue has not pursued so far. Then he speculates that Inoue's ceiling is likely at 126 oz, making the prospect of a fight with Davis far-fetched. The Irishman further explains that Davis' size, power, and overall physicality, backed by an impressive 30-0 record with 28 knockouts.
Into the fact that, you know, I see it on Twitter all the time, and I've talked about it before while being in Japan. You know, can Tank and Inoue actually fight each other one day? It's a good question, because I don't think it's far-fetched. Now, more than likely they won't fight because Inoue's aligned himself with Turkey, right? And Tank doesn't work with Turkey. He don't like Turkey. On top of that too, you have the weight thing. You know, Inoue stated when he fought Neri that he weighed 138 pounds. Tank tweeted during the build-up to this fight with Lamar Roach that he was on weight at 138 pounds. So they kind of have like Inoue's fight night weight is probably close to like what Tank's walk around weight is. They're not far off. So weight-wise, as crazy as it sounds, because you don't think of Inoue and Tank as being the same size, because Inoue turned pro at light flyweight, Tank turned pro at what was it, like 130, you know, something like that. So you wouldn't necessarily think of those two being close in size, but they actually are. So I think it's doable. Obviously, Tank has some signature fights at lightweight he's got to take care of, like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney. Or Devin's at 47 now, so I can't even say Devin, but he's got Shakur Stevenson, he's got Teofimo Lopez, he might have Keyshawn Davis on his hands if Keyshawn wins the title. You know, there's some business.
Would present immense challenges for Inoue, who is naturally smaller. For this matchup to even be considered, a compromise at super featherweight might be necessary. Still, then he highlights the logistical and physical hurdles, emphasizing that Davis's knockout power and strength would likely prove overwhelming for the lighter Inoue. While Inoue's dominance within his division is undeniable, fans remain eager to see him step out of this comfort zone and take on tougher, larger opponents. However, a clash with Davis, though enticing on paper, would require Inoue to take risks far beyond anything he has previously shown a willingness to attempt. For now, this dream fight remains a fantasy. Inoue continues to cement his legacy within his current division, while fans speculate about what could happen if the pound-for-pound stars were ever to meet in the ring.
Tank Davis just sent him, well wishes on his next fight, right? And he responded back to Tank, saluted Tank, sent him some emojis, right? They just acknowledged as him saying he wants to fight him. So I'm like, I didn't see, other than that interview that Tank did a while back where he said that Inoue would be a super fight, but he did say Inoue is too small, right? Inoue is 31 years of age. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Tank is about 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. Although Tank says he's 5'4", they're around the same height with the same arm reach. Now Inoue can do and pull a Terrence Bud Crawford, where Inoue can fight. Inoue fights at 126. Excuse me. So he's 126. So you got one 130, 135. Well, no, he's at 22. So he's 3 weight classes below Tank Davis at 135. Now, he could jump up, right? That would be about what? 13 pounds, right? If he jumped up from 122 to 135, yeah, about 13 pounds, right? So 13-pound jump for him. Fight Tank Davis. That would be a super fight. Terrence Crawford is jumping up 14 pounds from 154 to 168 to challenge Canelo Alvarez in September. So it would be similar, right? It has happened before. Roy Jones jumped up 25 pounds. So go figure.
A brawl between Tank and Gervonta, given their exceptional abilities and undefeated records, Davis and Naoya Inoue have the ability to enthrall the boxing world. Nevertheless, a significant barrier may be Davis' reluctance to collaborate with boxing promotion, heavyweight Turki Alec. Davis has publicly said that he doesn't like Al Alec and doesn't appreciate his participation in the